Hey, hey, hey. Hi, friends. Happy Friday. Hope you all are having a fantastic Friday and kicking off a fun weekend. We have football, volleyball, birthday, football party, all that jazz. And then the kids are out of school next week. Can we believe it? It's Thanksgiving. Holy cow. Okay, so I just wanted to hop on here and share a few musings about online events and what I have learned from them in Sell and Dot. And this might be like totally not applicable. My gut tells me it's more applicable than it's not applicable, which is why I'm sharing it. So take it with a grain of salt, but I think it can definitely help all those that participated in the group social last night and how to leverage the next 4 days of follow-up and reach out. Because, and I'll post the picture afterwards, I tried to post it, but there are some very tried and true statistics that are out there that don't change, they're universal, and it's all about follow-up. And which is why, like, expecting crickets, we say crickets, and that's like the analogy for no one responding. I'm going to pull up my image here because I lost it. But basically, it's very common for customers. Okay, hold on. Something with Facebook, it's not loading. But the statistic goes that only half of salespeople ever follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople follow up twice. 12% of salespeople follow up 3 times and then stop. And only 10% of salespeople make that fourth contact. Sorry. But in the reverse, 2% of sales happen after the first contact. 3% of sales happen after the second. 5% of sales happen after the third. 10% of sales happen after the fourth, and 80% happen after the 5th contact. So what does that tell you? The reality is that if you only reach out once, even twice, you're not going to hear back statistically. Like, it's very uncommon for someone to pull the trigger or take action after only 1 or 2, drips. So if you mentally just prepare yourself that you're not going to hear back from people. Number one, it doesn't get to your psyche. You don't start thinking, oh, am I weird? Am I stalking them? Do they think I'm weird? Is this weird? Hey, Erica. Thanks, girl. We did it. I hopped out of bed, took lots of naps this week to be able to do last night. But in any case, you have to be prepared and have to have that thick skin on that if you're going to reach out once, you're going to commit to reaching out multiple times to follow up, because that's actually when the sale happens, is after multiple points of contact. So with something like an online event, where if you think about this, in that event, you're really the hostess. You're the person that invited people there. And so your job is to be dripping on them and interacting with the people that you invited, to spoon feed them the information and get them to take action. And it's not just one message. So the invite is your first reach out. The next reach out could be, following up to see what they thought and see if they had any questions. A third reach out might be sending them a link to a specific video that we did of something that, right? The number of reach outs that it took you. Yes. Chad. But you might send a specific video. So if they're interested in, or if you think they might be interested in the retinols, send them the link to the video of the overnight facial oil and sublime that we did. If you think they might be interested in gifts, you can send them the link to the video just on lavish and polish. If you think they might be interested in the regimen, you can send them the video. So specifically, giving them the information from the event and then following back up again is key. And trust me, you're not icky, you're not weird, you're just doing your job. You can send them the link to the invite again. But, spoon feeding them the information and giving them all the different little pieces of information as a touch point is you're being of service. You're not being icky. And eventually they will either tell you no, which doesn't happen very often, or they will tell you yes, and you'll be like, whoop, whoop, that's awesome. Or they just won't respond. But the reality is if you've reached out 3 or 4 times and you haven't gotten a response, guess what? Next week, my guess, because it's the holidays and it's just kind of how the world works, there will be something new to reach out to them about, whether it's a new deal for Black Friday. I don't know whatever has planned, but my guess is those smart ladies have something planned. Because all retailers have something planned for Black Friday. So you'll have a reason to reach back out next week and close the loop. They might not buy in right now to win one of the gift cards. They might not shop right now to be entered to win one of those. And that's okay. But if you've done the follow-up, now and they haven't told you no, they haven't slammed the door and said, you know what, Bethany, don't ever call me again. I don't ever want to wash my face again. They're not going to say that. But until they tell you no, you have a reason to reach back out again. And beautifully, next week there's going to be something fun, and you're just kind of teeing it up for yourself to follow back up again by doing the follow-up right now on the invite from last night. So it's totally normal. It's Sales 101, and you are not icky. You are being of service. You love this brand, you love this product, and you think he or she is going to love it too. And oh, by the way, there's something fun in it for them to win a gift card for shopping. And there's nothing icky or weird about that. But it's your job to take the time to follow up and continue that conversation, that dialogue with them over these next few days. And trust me, yeah, there we go. Chad just put some words to say in the comments. But the key, the fortune really is in the follow-up. And trust me, it works. Except crickets on the first reach out. The second, third, fourth is where the magic happens. And then, oh, by the way, there's going to be something fun next week that you can follow back up on and say, hey, girl, I know last weekend must have been super busy for you. Following back up because this is what we have to offer this weekend. It's really kind of fun. And the world is shopping, and they might as well shop with you. They don't need to go to Bed Bath & Beyond. They just don't. They really don't need to go there and get a stocking stuffer. They don't need to go to Sephora and get a lip gloss. They need to come to you. And I think in the world we live in today, many people would rather shop a small business than give their money to a big retailer. So you're being of service. You're giving them an option. And that's fun. That's what we get to do with our business. All right, guys. Have a good Friday.